Good morning, children. Today our topic is wastewater story. All of us use water in our homes and make it dirty. Dirty, what do you mean by dirty? How water becomes dirty? The dirty water means it is rich in lather mixed with the oil, black brown water that goes down the drains from sinks, showers, toilets, laundries is dirty. It is called wastewater. This used water should not be wasted. We must clean it up by removing pollutants. Have you ever thought where the wastewater goes and what happens to it? Clean water is a basic need of a human. Water, it's a lifeline. Without water, no life. So, clean water is a basic need of human being. Let us make a mind map of the many uses of clean water. You know the uses of water. Clean water is used for drinking, washing clothes, washing vessels, then for cooking. For all these purposes we use water. And drinking water is called water which is fit for drinking is called potable water. Right? Now, here the process of cleaning water is shown. Clean water that is fit for use is unfortunately not available to all. It has been reported that more than 1 billion of people have no access to safe drinking water. This accounts for a large number of water-related diseases and even deaths. See, when we don't get clean water or we get polluted water, it causes diseases and people lose their lives. Children walk for several kilometers to collect clean water, as we have studied in chapter 16. It is not a serious matter. Is it not a serious matter for human dignity? Even now, in this 21st century, a lot of people, they don't have potable water. You have studied in chapter 16 about the increasing scarcity of fresh water due to population growth, pollution, industrial development, mismanagement and other factors. Realizing the urgency of the situation, on the World Water Day on 22nd March 2005, the General Assembly of the United Nations proclaimed the period 2005 to 2015 as the International Decade for Action on Water for Life. All efforts made during this decade aim to reduce by half the number of people who do not have access to safe drinking water. There has been perceptible progress in the direction of the aim, but still there is a lot to achieve. That aim is not achieved completely. Cleaning of water is a process of removing pollutants before it enters a water body or is reused. Cleaning means whatever impurities are there, removing that things. This process of wastewater treatment is commonly known as sewage treatment. It takes place in several stages that we will study in next study later. So, what is sewage? What do you mean by sewage? Sewage is a wastewater released by homes, industries, hospitals, offices and other users. It also includes rainwater that has run down the street during a storm or heavy rain. The water that washes off roads and rooftops carries harmful substances with it. Sewage is a liquid waste. Most of it is water. Means 99.9% of sewage is water and 0.1% is impurities present in that. You can see the pictures from where that sewage water is coming. Sewage water contains some impurities. They are classified as organic impurities like human feces, animal waste, oil, urea or urine, pesticides, herbicides, fruit and vegetable waste, etc. They are organic impurities. Inorganic impurities like nitrates, phosphates and metals. Nutrients such as phosphorus and nitrogen. And bacteria such as Vibrio cholerae which causes cholera and Salmonella paratyphi which causes typhoid. Other microbes such as protozoans which cause dysentery. These are the impurities present in that sewage. Now let us see water, how water freshens up an eventful journey of water, that waste water. In a home or a public building, generally one set of pipes brings clean water and another set of pipes takes away wastewater. This we would see a network of big and small pipes. They are called sewers, and that network of pipelines are called sewerage. Right? A transport system. It is like a transport system that carries sewage from the point of being produced to the point of disposal. That is a treatment plant. One activity is given in that network of pipelines shown there. Now, treatment of polluted water. One activity is explained just to understand the processes that take place at the wastewater plant. Now, let us see what are the processes taking place in wastewater treatment plant. Treatment of water involves physical, chemical and biological processes which remove. Physical means things which can be visible like rags, cotton things, plastic, whatever, large particles, what are there, no, they are physical. Now chemical, some chemicals which are coming from industries, they are chemical. And biological matter, human waste and other waste materials like that, they are biological matter. So these are the materials which contaminates the waste water. Now let us see the processes which are involved in this wastewater treatment. First one, wastewater is passed through bar screens. This bar screen removes the large objects like rags, sticks, cans, plastic packets, napkins, etc. And from there, the water goes to a grit and sand removal tank. You can see in picture. Here, the speed of incoming water is decreased to allow sand, grit and pebbles to settle down. Third step is, the water is then allowed to settle in a large tank which is sloped towards the middle. Solids like feces, human excreta, feces, settle at the bottom and are removed with a scraper. This is called sludge. And this sludge is also not a waste, I'll tell you later. A skimmer removes the floatable solids like oil and grease. You know that oil, grease materials float on water. So that can be separated using skimmer. So water thus cleared is called clarified water. Just now I told about sludge. The sludge is transferred to a separate tank where it is decomposed by the anaerobic bacteria in the absence of oxygen. The biogas is produced by this process which can be used as a fuel. Biogas means it is used as fuel or can be used also to produce electricity. So sludge is not a waste. Next is, air is pumped into the clarified water to help anaerobic bacteria to grow in that water. Bacteria consume human waste, food waste, soaps and other unwanted matter still remained in that clarified water. You can see in that picture how aerator is done. After several hours, the suspended microbes settle at the bottom of the tank as activated sludge. The water then is removed from the top. Again, this activated sludge contains 97% of water. which is removed by drying beds or machines, and that sludge again passed to the same tank, and it is used as a manure, returning organic matter and nutrients to the soil again. Finally, the treated water has a very low level of organic material and suspended matter. It is discharged into a sea, a river, or into the ground. Nature cleans it up further. After letting this water into water sources or soil, it cleans up there. Sometimes it may be necessary to disinfect water with chemicals like chlorine and ozone before releasing it into the distribution system. Means disinfectant. Means in any infectious bacteria are there that can be removed by these chemicals like chlorine and ozone. So these are the processes taking place in a wastewater treatment plant to purify water. Now, how to be an active citizen? Each one. Wastage generation is a natural part of human activity. We are conducting so many activities by anyhow waste is produced. But we can limit the type of waste or quantity of waste produced. We cannot do anything anyhow waste produced, but we can limit the quantity of waste material. Often we have been repelled by offensive smell. The sight of open drains, you may have seen open drains sometimes. The situation worsens in the rainy season when the drains start overflowing. You can't go through that roads and all, right? Because we have to wade through the mud pools on the roads. Most unhygienic and unsanitary conditions prevail. Also, flies, mosquitoes and other insects breed on it. And it is suggested that plant like eucalyptus trees all along the sewage ponds, these trees absorb all the surplus wastewater rapidly and release pure water vapor into the atmosphere. You know that when water vapor takes, it does not carry any other substances like salt or any dirty things. Only water evaporates and we get pure water again by means of rain. You can be enlightened citizen and approach the municipality or the Gram Panchayat. Whenever you see that open drainage and anything, you have to go to authorities so that you request to close that open drains. And also, if you have any problem with your neighbor, like if the sewage of any particular house makes the neighborhood dirty, you should request them to be more considerate about others' health. Let us talk about better housekeeping practices. How each of us follow housekeeping practices. One of the ways to minimize or eliminate waste and pollutants at their source is to see what you are releasing down the drain. We have sink. What we do? Everything we put in that sink. First point, cooking oil and fats should not be thrown down the drain. They can harden and block the pipes. In an open drain, the fats clog the soil pores, reducing its effectiveness in filtering water. Throw oil and fats in the dustbin. So we have to throw oil and fats in the dustbin. Chemicals like paints, solvents, insecticides, motor oil, medicines may kill microbes that help purify water. See, not all bacteria are harmful. Some are there which are helpful. So, when we throw solvents, paints and all in a drain, that kills some microbes, helpful microbes. So, do not throw them down the drain. Next is used tea leaves. After straining tea, what we get, that tea leaves and solid food remains of vegetables, rice sometimes, and even flour, roti, chapati flour also we put in. Anyhow, it joins that drain. Soft toys, cotton sanitary towels, etc. should also be thrown in the dustbin. These waste choke the drains, means it blocks the drains. They do not allow free flow of oxygen. It do not allow oxygen to pass through it. This hampers the degradation process, and we get a bad smell from that. You know that we have conducting Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Swachh Bharat Mission every year on October 2nd, Gandhi Jayanti, under which a lot of drives such as the proper sewage disposal and providing toilets for everyone have been started. Let us know vermi processing toilet. So now the new technology is there, a design of a toilet in which human excreta is treated by earthworms has been tested in India. It has been found to be a novel low water use toilet for safe processing of human waste. The operation of the toilet is very simple and hygienic. The human excreta is completely converted to vermicakes, a resource much needed for soil, which is helpful, which makes soil rich. Sanitation and disease. Poor sanitation and contaminated drinking water is the cause of a large number of diseases, which causes large number of diseases. Let us look at our own country. See, in our own country, even if it is we are in say 21st century, vast number of people are still without sewerage facilities. So where do they go for that? A very large fraction of our people defecates in the open on dry river beds, on railway tracks, near fields, and many a time directly in water. This untreated human excreta is a health hazard, dangerous to health. It may cause water pollution and soil pollution too. Both the surface of water and groundwater get polluted by this. Groundwater is a source of water for, this one. Groundwater is a source of water for wells, tube wells, springs and many rivers, as you learnt in chapter 16. Right? Thus, it becomes the most common route for waterborne diseases. That underground water reaches other sources of water. When we consume that water, it causes cholera, typhoid, polio, meningitis, hepatitis and dysentery-like diseases. Now, what are the alternate arrangement for sewage disposal? To improve sanitation, low-cost on-site sewerage disposal systems are being encouraged. Examples are septic tanks, chemical toilets, composting pits. Septic tanks are suitable for places where there is no sewerage system. For hospitals, isolated buildings or a cluster of 4 to 5 houses, these septic tanks are very useful. Some organizations offer hygienic on-site human waste disposal technology. These toilets do not require scavenging, means any severages are not needed for this. You cannot see any pipelines and all. Excreta from the toilet seats flow through covered drains into a biogas plant directly. The biogas produced is used as a source of energy. So it is not a waste. Now, sanitation at the public places. How we have to maintain sanitation. In our country, fairs are organized periodically. Fairs are conducted now and then. A large number of people participate in them. In the same way, railway stations, bus depots, airports, hospitals are very busy places. Thousands of people visit them daily. Large amount of waste is generated here. It must be disposed of properly, otherwise epidemics could break out. Epidemics means any kind of disease may be break out. The government has laid down certain standards of sanitation, but unfortunately they are not strictly enforced. Any rules what are enforced, we are not coming into action. However, all of us can contribute in maintaining sanitation at public places. We should not scatter litter anywhere. We should not throw litter anywhere. If there is no dustbin in sight, If there is no dustbin, we should carry the litter home and throw it in a dustbin. So finally, as Mahatma Gandhi said, no one need to wait for anyone else to adopt a human and enlightened course of action. We should not wait for anything to do any good deed. We have to do it ourselves. We all have a role to play in keeping our environment clean and healthy. You must realize your responsibility in maintaining the water sources in a healthy state. Adopting good sanitation practices should be our way of life. As an agent of change, your individual initiative will make a great difference. Influence others with your energy, ideas and optimism. We have to influence others with our good nature. A lot can be done if people work together. There is great power in collective action.